What's going on, guys? Guildmaster Jake here from the St. Louis Guild Hall. Today I kind of wanted to do something a little different. It's kind of an update video for Gama now that the Abomination event has ended and we've started the new Spider-Man 2099 event. So when we last talked about the team, obviously I didn't have them leveled up anywhere near as much as this. Obviously, bronze still lacking. I'm out of bio gear. Shocker there, not really after, gear 16ing Red Hulk. I already had Hulk and Abomination as well. And I'm still missing T4s because T4s are on a short since they removed them from the raid stuff. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video is kind of the state of where everything's at. I've just seen a lot of content creators. It's just been really, really toxic. Really, oh, this game is dying. Oh, I'm so miserable with this. Man, then don't play. I was like, I get it. You guys make your living on this stuff, but it really hurts. Like listening to all these people, just how miserable they are playing a game that I love. Like, it's not perfect. No game is. I've bought plenty of console games I spent $60+ on that weren't worth it. Like, I've wasted money. I'm still really enjoying Marvel Strike Force. Like, I've played it since it came out, and it has its downtimes, it has its uptimes. One of the things that I honestly think is going on is they had this entire roadmap for these month-long events all for the entire year setup. They went all in on it. It's too late to back out now. But because they're doing so many events constantly, event after event after event, milestone after milestone, I think it has them spread too thin. And I think it's just causing a lot more bugs because they're spread too thin. They're trying to push out all this different stuff at once as opposed to, we have character unlock events and things like that, but your month-long event, and inside that month-long event, they do multiple milestones, multiple different things, multiple offers. And I think that they're just spread too thin, and it's been too late for them to back out now. They had this plan for the entire year to get to Apocalypse, and I think that's what's going on. I could definitely see next year them going away from the month-long events because I think it's just too much. I think it's what's causing a lot of the problems. They're just too far in at this point, though, to stop because they already had it all planned out. And since this was a year-long unlock for Apocalypse, it'd be pointless for them to stop now and then everybody get more upset. So I think, honestly, that's what's going on. I would honestly not be surprised to see the month-long events be gone next year because it's caused a lot of problems. It's caused a lot of controversy. Now, don't get me wrong, they make money off it, and that's what companies are about at the end of the day. They're trying to make money so they can keep the game going so that they can make profits. That's fine. I have no problem with that. It's just that everybody's so miserable, and I'm not talking about most players. I'm just talking about it's really hard to just ignore all the backlash right now that they're getting and that the players are saying. And I've been through a lot of different games that go through points like this, but it's just like that. It's a point in time, and like I said, I think that they just were already too far in to stop with these. And I think that's what's causing the problem. I have no insider information or anything like that. It's just logic. Because we didn't have this many bugs before all these month-long events that were constantly going, constantly doing stuff, constantly having to monitor. There were bugs, sure. Every game has bugs. Like, when you program, there's going to be things you don't foresee. So, like I said, that's just my take on what's going on in the state of the game. In all honesty, I'm still really happy. Like, I love the Gamma Squad. Like, Hulk is one of my favorite heroes of all time. So it just makes me happy to see a really cool squad with them. So let's touch base on the Abomination event. A lot of people weren't happy with it. Obviously, I spent the money to get the initial unlock for the first time ever. I did that, and I'm fine with it. I was happy with what I got. Now, after doing the math at the end of the event, I got exactly 181 shards from the month-long event, which would have been a 4-star unlock. So I got exactly enough to 4-star him. Well, 1 shard over enough to 4-star him for just doing the full month-long event. So obviously the $50 I spent got me the extra star and a little bit more shards, but I'm okay with that. Like, it's still a 4-star unlock. I did see it. Some people had really good luck and pulled much bigger numbers. I didn't have any of those big orbs. Like, not really. I think maybe 1 or 2 20s. But mostly it was just the minimum you could get. So, but I finished the entire month-long event. And I still would have, if I hadn't spent the money, I still would have had the 4-star unlock for him with what I personally pulled. So this current event that we've got going on, I am also doing, I'm not spending money on it because while it is cool that this team is a hard counter to most things in Cosmic Crucible, which Cosmic Crucible is very important right now, I'm not spending the money. I do like that we did get shards back in here too, so that's nice. You know, they're working on it. Like, they listen to our feedback, guys. So instead of just going full-blown, oh, what are they doing? Just be like, hey, this is how we feel. Like, there's no reason to spew as much hate as I've been seeing. And it doesn't just hurt the company. It hurts the new players. It hurts the people who are excited about this game. And they, like, I hate that. Like, I had a friend who quit the game, not because of what's going on with the game, but because of how everybody is just being so, oh my god, how could they do this? I don't ever want people to feel that way, especially over a game. Like, you know, it's going to happen. There's going to be high points, there's going to be low points. If you're not experiencing that, you haven't played long-term games. Sorry, you haven't. But the war event was pretty cool. I was 1 node short of clearing difficulty 8. My wave 1 was severely lacking, and my hero Asgards are sitting. They're all, I think, like, I'll show them in a minute, but my Hulk actually carried it on difficulty 7, the last node. I went in with a half-dead Hero Asgard team with Hulk as the 5th because I lost, I believe it was Valkyrie. And got to the last 7 with Hulk, and Hulk tanked all 7. And this is before I had my 7th red star. I actually just got that recently, which I'm not complaining about. Big Hulk smash. But yeah, so I really enjoyed the war event. It was a lot harder for me than the last one, because my Young Avengers carried me on that. But I was really happy that I was able to clear difficulty 7 and then clear all but 1 node of difficulty 8. So I was very happy with that. It just took a lot of different tries, but let's go ahead and take a look at my Hero Asgard, because I know they are not that great. So let's take a look. Like, that's what I used. Gear 14, not even T4. So I mean, I had a couple just because I did try a little bit to get through as much as possible, but mostly G14, G13, nobody higher than that, because I didn't have the material or gear. Excuse me. But, like I said, I was still able to clear difficulty 7 with relatively no problem, and then difficulty 8, mostly because I had Hulk to back up the node 10, honestly. Because he just tanked through it all. And it wasn't an easy battle, but it was actually really fun to watch. To see him get his turn meter, to see him regen health, to go after them, and then them hit him to half health and less, and then he'd get turn meter, and just rinse and repeat. So that was really cool. But like I said, this has been kind of an update where I see the game going, and I don't expect to see Apocalypse until next year. Like, me and one of my guildmates were talking, and we were breaking down of how often the events come back, and we don't get the Apocalypse campaign until the second run of the Scourges. So we are just now getting our second rogue, and we're probably at least 2 months before we get our second Hulk, which will put us in December. We'll probably see Death in December, so I would expect to see Death coming back probably February. And since these don't unlock until the second run, we won't be able to unlock Big Boy Apocalypse until we have these all out. So I would expect first quarter of next year, more than likely around February. And my buddy made a point, like, from Famine, it was, I think, 3 months was the original, between the original and the second run, but this has only been 2 months. So he was like, yeah, I don't, and I'm like, well, by your math on the breakdown, War was the end of September, early October, 2 months later. That's going to put us the end of November, beginning in December, so that'll be our second run from him in 2 months if they stick with that. And like I said, I expect Death will probably be, it could be as early as next month, but I don't know. It really depends on what the other team is, because we only know of one of the 3 teams, or 2 or 3 teams that we've got for Death, so, which is the Bionic Avengers, and they're fantastic for your tech raid. I love them dearly for that, and they're just a hard counter to to the Spider-Verse team, because I use them in Cosmic Crucible to counter them. I use them in War to counter them. Actually, in War earlier, I punched up 5k, I want to say. Yeah, like my Bionic Avengers are only 600k, and I hit a million-powered Web Warriors and took them out without losing anybody. So they're just a straight hard counter there. I showed off my Gama a little bit. I guess I'll show off my Bionic Avengers. They're nowhere near as good as that. Because I only have them... Oh, come on, stop it. I only have them at G15. I don't have them at G16 or anything. But they're sitting pretty good. And I enjoy the team greatly. Like, I'm excited to see what they do in Scourge. But I've had no problems with this team. Like, I love playing the team. It's a lot of fun. I honestly wish I had more reasons to play them other than to counter Web Warriors and in raids, but they do exactly what they were designed to do, and it's been awesome to play with them. Same with Gama. Like, Gama, I have been tinkering with constantly. I actually had a lot of fun in Cosmic Crucible this last go around, and ignore that. Oh, jeez. I already did all that. Okay. I don't care. All right, so I was having a lot of fun. I decided to put all 3 Horseman teams on defense just because I wanted to see what would happen. And most of my opponents looked at that and said, nope, and decided not to attack them, or when they did, they timed out and lost way too many battles. So I had a lot of fun watching that, and just with what I had left. But like I said, this is a very easy team to counter now. I was like, Bionic Avengers just hard counters them. I have had no problem in any mode with that battle. But I did actually, because the newer event going on, I upgraded my Young Avengers more for the next Scourge as well. So I'm just having a blast with the game still. Like, I love the game. You know, I get that there are issues. There's always going to be issues with games, but I'm still having a lot of fun. I love coordinating with my friends in my alliance. I love the new characters dropping. It's still a lot of fun. It gives me something to do too. Like, it's hard to keep my attention at times, but this does it very well. So I actually brought all of them up recently because the spider event going on. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you really enjoyed the content, give us a like, give us a subscribe. We want to make more. We're going to be doing card game videos soon. We also have survival playthroughs that are going to be going up on the channel in the next couple of weeks that we're recording. Still got to do editing and stuff like that. And leave in the comments what you think. Do you think I'm right on what's going on in the future? Like, do you think they're going to get rid of the month-long events? I think it makes sense with how many problems, because I think it's just spread them too thin. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And until next time, I'm Guildmaster Jake from the St. Louis Guildhall. Have a great day.